What's the crack, lads? Welcome back to the Dundee FC career mode here on EAFC 24. I'm DFG, trying to break the monopoly in Scottish football. Of course, our first season here. Not going to do that, but we did get a win in our last game against Livingston. A big one, too, to keep us within touching distance of the rest of the table. We start off our first game here today at St. Mirren at home. They are in 8th position right now, so maybe a team that we could possibly get a result out of. And it's also the last game before the January transfer window, which we're going to make a lot of moves in, I think. And honestly, really looking forward to this episode. I'm absolutely amped to the gills and ready to go. So let's get to it. Dundee FC versus St. Mirren. We're at home. Let's try and get a result here. Great save by Carson. He's been excellent lately. Really, really good. Been in excellent form. And we've needed him as well. Oh! St. Mirren have scored out of nowhere there. And honestly, I thought Carson would have that covered. I'm going to have to look at the instant replay here to see if Carson's at fault for that. Because for me, he may just be. Oh, Carson needs to do better. That's just so poor. Does he just chip it over him? Or? Oh, I'm not quite sure what happened to Carson there. Really should do better. He's been in really good form, but sometimes he will, make mistakes like that. And maybe something we should look at during the January transfer window is a goalkeeper. I have been taking a look at some of the goalkeepers around, so we'll have to see. Well, in header, good save from Carson. St. Mirren have definitely got the better chances today, for sure. Robinson, Bakayoko, McGee, Tiffany. Back to McGee! Good save. Hit the mic there by accident, but good save. We are making opportunities. Tiffany will fling that ball in. He's going to aim it for Bakayoko. It's cleared off the line. Bakayoko's done everything right there. And it has been cleared off the line. What a challenge. So shocking to see there. Another flying challenge is now starting to fly in. Will we start to break away? Robinson. Bakayoko just needs to get the foot on the game here, Bakayoko. He's not done particularly well. Had his chance, didn't take it. And really, that's probably one of the only chances he's going to get. Now O'Hara, lovely, well done there to go outside. Time is running out for us as they are starting to go into the corner. As we need to, they do come back out. Donnelly, good challenge. And the referee is pointing to the spot. That will end it for us. Honestly, I thought that was a good challenge. I thought Donnelly got the ball. Maybe the instant replay will tell us. That's not a great angle. It does look like from that angle that I don't know who he tackled, but he made a meal of it. Carson does indeed stave it. As they say, ball don't lie, but there's not going to be enough time. And St. Mirren are going to come away with a victory. We continue to be good, but not good enough. But I do think we keep going on like this, we will get more results. Welcome to the January transfer window, everybody. As we have some deals to do. Our next fixture is not until the 20th of January, so we have a lot of time here to make some moves. I'm definitely going to make them. I might actually cut this episode a little bit short, just go through January, and we'll see. That might be less than normal, our normal 5 games, but with the transfer window and us probably being very active in it, I will probably make this episode maybe a little bit shorter than our normal 5 games. That being said, I do want to do deadline day in the next video. So we will have deadline day in the next video, but we will get most of January done in this video. It just depends on how many games we have. Our next game is actually in the Scottish Cup against Hearts. So we do take a break in the league, and we go into the Scottish Cup. We are at the bottom of the table right now, but I do think that we're on a good run of form in terms of how we've played and how we've performed. But right now, it's a January transfer window. We need to start and make some moves here. First port of call here is Rotherham United have come in for Max Anderson. Max Anderson has been quite good for us, I would say. We'll have to just check out what they say here. One moment. Also, Donnelly has been recalled from Nottingham Forest, as has Robinson, who I thought actually did very well. McCracken has been recalled. Legends were departs, of course. I'm surprised that Robinson has been recalled. I thought he's played a lot of games, which is a little bit unfortunate. Donnelly, I can understand. So not only that, but they've gone back out on loan. So we'll have to take a look at that. But Anderson, I want to take a look at here in terms of how he's done this season in terms of his form. Yeah, I think he's actually done reasonably well. Like, his form has been reasonably okay. Looking at the financials here, Max Anderson's not happy with his contract. 1.3 has been steadily rising in terms of his market value. I don't think I want to sell Max Anderson. I think he's a good part of the team. And like Rotherham, are they in League One? Or are they in the Championship? They are, but they're bottom of the table. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason for us to sell Anderson. We're in the Scottish Premier League. Rotherham are in the Championship, but they're not doing well. So I don't think that that's a good move for us, even though selling Max Anderson might be a good idea. We have 306,000 in the budget, so that's not that much money. There is a player that I do want to make some moves here, and it's going to be difficult to do, but I do want to make some moves. I'll see what I can do, given that we don't have any money, but I do want to make some moves. Let's see if I can make some things happen here. Someone who I'd really want to bring in would be Johnny Koutrumbus from Perth Glory. He's actually someone I really like. He's got some good pace, good physicals, good defending, 6 foot tall. Really someone who I'd love to bring in. The issue right now is that he's worth 650k. Probably wouldn't be able to buy him. And, trying to loan him in, that's not really a good idea either. But someone who I could maybe look at in the summer, as I suppose the replacement for him to bring in. I've been looking at Tiden Mengi pretty much since the game began. I think Tiden Mengi, I think in real life he made his way to Luton. Seems that I'm using the default squads. He's still at Manchester United. I want to bring him in on loan. Now, usually I'm very much against bringing in players who are better than players that we have in the team. So if you look at our team here, our highest rated player, I believe, is 65, which is Portales. Who the hell is Brabeck? Who on earth are you? What? Where did Brabeck come from? What? I think we just signed a centre half to have enough players. They just brought in a centre half by themselves because we lost some players. What is his contract? Hang on. What is his financials? They just signed him to a 14,000 quid. Can I can't sell him. I don't know what to do here. Because they're after bringing someone in because of that, and they've given him an outrageous wage. Maybe add him to the loan list and see if someone comes in, because I not only can I now pay for Jakub Brabec, I don't want to bring him in. So I'm gonna have to do something with that. I might just not play him, leave him on the bench, wait till he gets unhappy, and sell him in the summer. Because we don't have enough players because of injuries, because of players going back on loan. So yeah, we'll make some and plus Adam Legends as well. He left. So, but I do need to make some to bring in some players. And as I said, I usually don't like to bring in players who are better than the players that we have. And the best player we have is Portales, who's 65. Now, I'm okay with doing this because Tiden Mengi is a player that I think suits us. He works with it, and I'm usually okay bringing in players that are like 60, they're 2, 3, maybe 4 ratings higher, especially if they're on the loan. It's a lot easier. So I think Tiden Mengi is a player that I want to go after, and is a player I'd like to bring in on loan. That's if they allow us to. They won't leave him going on loan. I'm assuming that is because his contract is up. So now we're going to have to find someone else to come in on loan. And I don't think there's any other center half that actually has a loan. Maybe Alex Murphy, could he come in? Okay, so Alex Murphy can be approached. Tiden Mendy can't, but Alex Murphy can be. So I'm going to try and bring in Alex Murphy here from Newcastle. I just want basic terms. I could go 1 year here, but I think short term for the rest of the season makes a good idea. They want us to pay 60%. I'm going to see if I can bring that down to like 50-50. And they're okay to do that. So we've got a chance to bring in Alex Murphy here in on loan, which is someone I wanted to do. I would have preferred Tiden Mengi, but Murphy is someone who I'm happy to bring in as our second choice. Not quite as fast, but big, strong, well able to defend. Happy to see if Murphy will join us on loan. One player I 100% want to bring in, and he will be absolutely zero cost to us, is Jamie McGrath. He's a centre midfielder who can play attacking midfield. He's pretty much can do it all. A little bit like Byrne, 27-year-old Irish international. Pretty much has everything that I would want in a player. He's got a finesse shot, the chip shot. Jamie McGrath is someone I want to bring in, and I'd like to bring him in. I'd like to bring him in right now to boost up our squad. Especially with the injuries we have. Definitely would like to bring him in. And Jamie McGrath will come into the squad here. And he will indeed join the team. Our first new signing is the free agent acquisition of Jamie McGrath, the Irish centre midfielder. And it's going to be a big signing for us. I think he'll be a really good signing for us to help us out in midfield. Another player I would want to try and bring in on loan here is Lewis Fiorini. Scottish international. That I would like to bring in. He obviously is playing for City. 67 overall. Would be great for us. And for me, they need to go 60-40. He's earning 22.5 grand a week. We just can't afford it. Unfortunately, Fiorini isn't going to be someone that we can bring in. That's a real shame. As a backup, what about Archie Gray? He was another player that I was looking at. It was either him or Lewis Miley. Miley has more money on his contract, while Archie only has like 1,400. Miley, I think, is 2.6k. I think we could bring in Archie Gray. Now, I understand we've already got a centre midfielder, but I think we need more creativity. And allowing someone like Archie Gray, and someone who can play in that central defensive role as well, has high attacking work rate and defensive work rate. So I'd like Archie Gray to come in and give us just another option in midfield. Jamie McGrath is lovely to have in that attacking midfield role, and that's someone I would like someone to back up Lloyd Cameron so that Tiffany can stay out on that left hand side or the right hand side and have Riley out on that left hand side. I just think Archie Gray gives us a lot more options in midfield, and also means that he can also play in that central defensive midfield role, meaning that if McGee, who had played the previous game, is down in fatigue a little bit, he can slot in there in our 4-5-1 formation. So I think that Archie Gray, bringing him in on loan if we can, will be great. And Leeds will indeed go for 50-50. They agree to it. Let's see if Gray will be okay with coming in here. Good pace, good dribbling. Bringing in Rocco Vata could be a really good one. I'm going to see if I can approach him for loan here. Maybe give him a little bit more time than what he would get at Celtic. They expect us to take 60%. I would try to get 45-55. I'm not quite sure. They're actually happy to do that. Okay. We get to bring in Rocco Vata. Or we at least have a chance to bring him. So we've got 3 players here who we could bring in on loan. As we get a new signing, Archie Gray will be coming in for loan for a few months for Dundee. Another good player that can sit in that in the back player in the back of the central defense there. As we're pretty happy with how Gray and what Gray can do for us as we bring him in from Leeds for the rest of the season. We also get Rocco Vata, a real addition there on the right hand side for us. And hopefully somebody that will be a big plus to our team. Unfortunately, we have very few players that we can bring in for a goalkeeper. Now, honestly, I think bringing in either Robbie McCrory or Scott Bain is the idea. Both would be better, I think, than who we have in Carson. And honestly, I've seen Robbie McCrory in action. Not someone I can say that I thought that did very well. I think Scott Bain might be our only way to go. Now, I don't think he's on a transfer list. Personally, I don't think bringing him in for buying him is the idea. I'll see if I can bring him in on loan and go from there. If we can, great. If not, we'll have to find something else because I don't think buying him is the way to go. I think if we can't bring in Bain on loan, bringing in Robbie McCrory would probably be the next best option. They're okay to split Bain's wages 45-55, and hopefully we've got someone who can help us in the net. I don't think we should use Brabak. We have other players that I can use. Shaughnessy, Portales, French. We have other center backs that I can use, and I'm happy to use, and I'm going to use. So I'm happy. I'm just not going to use Jakub Brabak. I'm going to try and get rid of him. If I can send him out on loan, I will. Hopefully someone comes in with an offer for him because I don't want him. I suppose we'll really be able to get a bit of extra cash in that regard, I suppose. But yeah, I need to get rid of him. I'm not going to use him. He's going to be in the reserves. Even if I'm really struggling for fatigue, I'm not going to use him. I just don't think it's fair. I don't sign him. I don't like signing players who have high overall, especially over some of the players that we have. Like, he would be the highest rated overall players that we have. I don't want to do it. I'm just going to get rid of him. Hopefully, as I said, someone will take loan list to get his wages off the books. We'll see how we get on. In comes Murphy. And he will come in and help us out at the back. Another centre half for us to use. Another centre half that we need, and a very good signing for us. And for 6 months. They say he's not good enough. I disagree. He's more than adequate. We've got other players at 64 overall in this team. He's going to play centre half. FC Porto want to try for a loan to buy for Brabec, so I'm actually okay with them going for a loan to buy here. Another offer there for Brabec. This time it's Marseille who've come in. Say exact same terms as the deal with Porto. So if it's up to him where he wants to go now. Brabec will make his way to Marseille. Quick and easy fix, not really something I would have wanted to have done, but here we are. Had to do that move, not really up to me, and in the end, he's going to have to go. So AI signed him, and we're going to send him on his way out to France. So, didn't spend much time here in Dundee, but will find his way to a League 1 side who could be in a European competition. Next up is Hearts in the Scottish Cup. I'd like to actually get through this. If we could get to the next round of the Cup, that would be fun. But a lot of the players today are going to be some of our new boys that we brought in over the last 20 days of the January transfer window. Let's see what they're like here against Hearts away in the Cup game. Lovely little play, gets it to Vata. Who can you find? Gives it back to McGrath! Debut goal! And Dundee FC have taken the lead. Lovely football down this right hand side. We haven't done much really. They don't show the good football, but that's a great pullback. McGrath we brought in for that extra bit of creativity and ability in midfield. He can do it all. And he's come on, started this first game with a great start. And his first goal for Dundee FC on his debut. Vata also getting a debut assist as two of the new boys link up to give us the lead. Vata's out there, but it's going to be pulled back. Good block. And away goes Vata. Good defensive play there from Hearts. They tried to do the same thing that we did to them. As Kerr is turned away from the ball going into the last few minutes, and that's a yellow card for Shankland. Okay, it's back. Lovely play there from Anderson. It was McKay who ran onto the ball. Vata does excellently. Not quite able to give the ball off to Kerr in the through ball, but now Hearts need to get forward, but we just need to stay disciplined. And indeed, we will. There was only 1 minute left. One goal is all it took. One goal is all we needed. And we will go through to the next round of the Scottish Cup. A really good performance as well. Defensively, Hearts didn't do much. Bain did not have much to do in the net for Dundee. And a clean sheet in his first game as well. Alex Murphy playing in centre half also got a clean sheet in his debut. All the new boys make their debuts and they make a real difference. 1-0 Dundee FC, and I don't care if we only win 1-0 for the rest of the season. I'll take it. Cammy Kerr got an offer from Hibernian. Now, honestly, I don't think I need to do this. Aberdeen came in the last one. In the last save. Hibs isn't a big enough jump for me. I don't really care where they are on the table right now. They're probably two. If it was Celtic, Rangers, Aberdeen, and maybe Hearts, I'd probably give it, a thought. But I don't think Cammy Kerr needs to go. And honestly, I'm going to reject it. I don't think I need to let Kerr go. If it was to, as I said, one of the 4 teams I had mentioned earlier, I probably would look at it. But there's no reason for me to go and try and get Kerr to go to Hibernian here. The same thing with Max Anderson. No reason. He's been great for us. Same with Cammy Kerr. That's not improving his standing that much. They're not. I know Hibs might get into Europe this year, but they're not in Europe right now. So I'm not too bothered about keeping him around. Next up in the league, a massive, massive game. St. Johnstone away. They're only a point ahead of us, but we would like to win here. And after beating Hearts in the last game, we would like to go and get a big win here. Good save by Bain, as that's really the first chance they've had, and it was a good one. But now we can go on the counter attack, and he's just not able to get the ball out to Vata there. If that ball gets to Vata, that's it. I think we score. Save by Bain. Just trying to concentrate. Bain's done well here today. He's made no mistakes, no issues so far. Hope I'm not speaking too early. Strike, save again from Bain. Doing well. We're keeping them at a place where Bain has plenty of time to react. And they can't just power the ball back past him. So they're taking strikes, but they're from far away. And this looks like we are going to be able to clear it far, far away. And that will end the half. Pretty competitive one. We didn't really get much of a chance, but we are competitive in the game. Lo Celso's got past the defence, pulls it back. May, we're short of players now. Out comes Bain, excellent. Wastes no time in coming out and makes the save. Blocked that time, and eventually it goes out. It looks like it's for a corner. Strike through. Tiffany gets a few touches. Strike, goal! Tiffany scores to give us the lead just before the 60-minute mark. Just before the hour, we take the lead, and it's a very instinctual counter-attack down that left-hand side. McCowan just came on. Nice little pass into Tiffany. Got the room, got the space. Little bit of a touch. Gives the strike away, and it's in the net. 1-0, and in a game that we really need to win. And there we go. One goal will do it for us again, as we get a big win away from home against St. Johnstone. Another clean sheet too. Bain kept us in that game. Massive win, clean sheet, and we win another game. This time in the league, which is of course a lot more important. Last game was in the cup. This one's in the league. Big results. 1-0's all we need. And if, as I said, we do that for the rest of the season, I'll take it. Hutton's got an offer here from Craiova. Like, to be honest, I put him on the transfer list because I don't see him. He's unhappy at the club. He's not going to play. I'm not a huge fan of Hutton, and honestly, I'd just be happier to just say, yeah, sure, I'll let him go for 410. I'll see if I can negotiate him, see if I can get a little bit higher than that. We'll see how we go, and we'll go from there. This will be our last game today, an away day against Kilmarnock. They're 6th in the league. We currently move off bottom spot. Another win here brings us to 17 points. We need to keep winning if we want to go higher and higher up the table. If we don't, we're going to fall behind again. At least if we be competitive, I think I can keep my job this time around. This is going to be the last episode. I think that's 4 games. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really been counting because there was a big part there where I was getting transfers done and such. But another 1-0 win here. I'll take it. Gray. Yeah, really nice run forward there, Gray. That's a nice pass into Tiffany. If Tiffany could finish, and indeed he will, and right before half time, We take the lead. Tiffany scores again. This is actually a nice counter-attack. It's Gray there on the run. He just leaves it off. Tiffany gets in a little bit of space, gets past the defence. It's a good finish from Tiffany. Tiffany might be retrained as a striker. He does seem to have good finishing. Well, maybe it's just our backup striker now as we try to sell the two strikers on the bench who've never done well for me. But Tiffany has given us the lead here right before the break. That's actually a really nice ball now. French needs to come across. He does get him to go out wide again. They go all the way back to Sanders, but they are doing something here. Boateng gets a foot in, and French is there again. Strike, Bain. It gets down, but it pulls it back. He gets a save again, Bain. Excellent work from the Loney goalkeeper. But they're going to come right back at us. Strike, block again. This is where they're dangerous, and it's over the crossbar. That's a really nice ball, to be fair. Strike. Good save by Bain again, as the keeper has made his way up. Just get the ball clear. Comes back out. Strike. Cleared. Gets it away. 2 minutes left. Watson's there. Cameron is chasing him. Bakayoko, and another 1-0 victory. I've said it time and time again. One goal will do us. And if we can keep clean sheets, it will. Our new, being able to rotate this squad, keep our best players healthy, and being able to bring in the players who we were, who were getting a lot of games, who just get tired and had to use backups who weren't good enough. Now that we have depth to this squad, we can compete. And I think that the few, changes we didn't make during the January transfer window have made a difference. And we've won again, 1-0. Tiffany once again the goal scorer. And with that win, we've gone 10th. Now we're 5 points off Ross County, but there is a significant gap between 10th and I guess the rest of the league. But we're starting to score goals, and we've stopped conceding them. And right now, with 38 goals against, we're actually in the ballpark of other teams. St. Johnstone, Livingston have gone ahead of us. Now, in terms of our 14 goals, we are still the worst, but at least we've done, reasonably well in that. Been able to keep some clean sheets, get back in, the good books in terms of goals against. Next up, a big test. Rangers at home. A win there. That's a huge win if we can get a win there. Even a draw. I'd take a 0-0 draw now. Right now. I would take a 0-0 draw against Rangers. And we've shown improvement against Rangers this year to show that we're a good team. Overall, I think if we can get anything out of that game, we'd be happy. In the next episode, we will start against Dundee. That will be our first game, but it won't be the first event. Our first event, of course, will be deadline day. For me, I want to see if that Rudden deal goes through. If that Rudden deal goes through, 440, maybe 300, we'll say 250 to be on the safe side. We'd have 300k. So probably not enough to bring in a striker. But maybe enough to bring in someone with our weekly budget. I'll have to wait and see. We'll see if we make some moves on deadline day. Maybe we sell one of our players that